Good day, viewers. Pwalpar here. January 12, 2023. Severe storms passed through Georgia, producing a tornado which passed through Griffin, Georgia, running west to east. Today my vlog relates to that. The most severe hit area was over on the west side. We live on the east side. It passed right near our home. I heard it as it passed by. It was quite a rumble. I rode along with my wife this morning to her doctor's appointment just to see what I could see. We didn't go to the hard hit area, but we did see some damage less than a mile from our home. My vlog today I produced while waiting in the car at the doctor's office. Good day, viewers. I hope I'm in the viewfinder here. I'm sitting in the car waiting for the wife. I rode down here with her today. She had an appointment with her cancer doctor. I'll give you a look around. So we're just sitting in front of this medical building. When I rode with her, if I can see some of the storm damage, we had a huge tornado come through this area yesterday. Oh, it was late in the afternoon, and we were sitting watching TV in the living room, and I was watching YouTube videos, and I figured, well, it's storming, maybe I better flip on the weather. I flipped on the local channel 5 or 2, whatever it was on the TV, and they were saying take cover immediately. By that time my cell phone went off with a tornado warning watch. I got up and looked out the window, and it looked awful outside. I said, well, I guess we better go to the basement. She said, no, the front door's open. I don't care about the front door. Let's go to the basement. And we started towards the basement. The telephone rang. It was our daughter, one of our daughters, calling to saying, y'all take cover. It says it's right at High Falls Road and Mangum Road now. They just zoomed in on it, and we live about a block from Mangum Road. So she said, we're on the way to the basement now, and down the basement steps we went. We wasn't in the basement, I know, a minute. And I could hear the tornado. I couldn't see it. I'm looking out the little small window over my workbench, and it sounded just like a train. I said, I can hear it. She said, no, you can't. The wind was blowing. It was raining. I said, oh, yes, I can hear it. And it was rumbling. You could hear it. It wasn't touched down when it went over us. It pretty well went right over our head or close by. It was close enough that I could hear it. So, as soon as we got in the basement, the power went off. Immediately, the Wi-Fi was signal and everything was dead, so I had no cell phone coverage. I was trying to pull up the radar screen on my cell phone, and that wouldn't work. We have a house phone in the basement, and the daughter called us again. We were talking to her, and I had all kind of limbs down in my yard, but nothing real serious. Just from that old rotten tree out back. I'm going to be busy picking them things up for a while. So I rode down here with her today, and we passed right at McDonald Road, right on Highway 16. It's about a half a mile from us, this direction. And trees are twisted, and I got a little bit of coverage of it, but the traffic was stopped, and I had just turned on the camera. But I'll show you some of the footage of the trees. So it was on the ground less than a mile from us before it jumped up and went over us, I guess. Later, when the power come back on, started watching the news, and you could see down on the west side of Griffin. We live on the east side of Griffin, and it went from west to east like a freight train, about 70 miles an hour. And the Walmart parking lot down there had cars all tore up and flipped upside down. Some of them big billboard signs were blown over. Part of the roof was missing on the Hobby Lobby and several other businesses down there. Mostly a lot of poles and trees. Some people were pinned under a tree in one house. Showed another house with the porch just ripped right off the house. And we were real fortunate that we didn't get no serious damage. But if I see any footage on the way back from the doctor's here, I'll show you that. We're not even going to try to drive down there where all the serious damage is, because they'll have the roads closed anyway. But she had to get out here for her doctor's appointment, and I took advantage of the opportunity to ride along with her. I've been in tornadoes before. I told the story before about the time I was in a tornado up in Atlanta. And I can tell you right now, if you've never been in one, it will scare the snot out of you. tore the roof off the building we were in. We were at the railroad under a big, huge shed. We went in a little outhouse, tin building like a toilet. There was about 5 of us in there hiding when it went over us. And that was the only thing left standing when we come out. It actually flipped over trains and everything else, so I guarantee you it scared the snot out of you. Anyway, I just wanted to make a little quick vlog, but you know, we are okay. And the daughters called and checked on us. And we're very fortunate that we didn't get hit by the tornado because it was close by. Anyway, I was going to get out yesterday and do a project, but it rained all day, so I sat on my butt watching YouTube videos all day. Other parts of Georgia had some real serious damage. A lot of people were killed. Well, not a lot of people, but some people were killed. Over here in Butts County, a child got killed. And that's really sad to hear. Somebody was pinned under a tree in the Griffin area. Actually, it fell on their house, I guess it was. They were trying to move the tree. I put a video out yesterday that showed me hugging a tree. I really wasn't hugging a tree. I was seeing how big around it is. And I have a 6-foot reach with my arms at least. And I couldn't reach halfway around it. It was a huge post oak tree. That tree is over at Dawkins Trail. Anyway, I'll try to find you some footage on the way back, but basically all we did was come straight to the doctor's office. Traffic is fairly heavy out here today. I hope you all survived the storms and none of you had any serious damage. If you did, I certainly feel for you. This is Pwalpar, cutting this little vlog short. Unless something comes up, I'll add it to this clip. Thanks for tuning in today.